Usually, like, if I make 3 wins, I'm pretty content. Alright. This is a really nice hand, but it's also very tricky because now I have a land that gives me white and black, but I'm not sure which side I want to try. I think I would go for black at this point because it's the earlier drops. Otherwise, I'll have to wait until 4th mana to drop probably Felazar. But let's wait until we get some other land. Blight Climb Pathway has been an absolute MVP since we started playing, I admit. It really brought up the game to a whole new level last time. Yeah, see, this is the point where I really wish I had one of the other colors. Okay. Let's not overcommit. I think green is the safer bet here because if at any point we draw planes, we'd want to throw in... Okay, doesn't seem to be the case. Alright, I guess we're going to have to go for black here. Not ideal, but I think we're going to have to do it. So the reason why I played the Malakir Blood Priest first is because I'd rather use the party ability of the Acquisitions Expert rather than the Malakir Blood Priest. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of wiggle room here. I either play this or I get rid of this. I think we can hold off on getting rid of Territorial Scythe Cat and just play Acquisitions Expert for now. Let's do that. So, opponent has to show me 2 cards and I have to discard one of them. This is empowered because I have Rogue and Cleric, which constitutes a party. Alright, Flash, Flying, miss 2 cards, opponent, Pickaxe, +2/+2. Oh my. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Keep the Flash, bro. I'm down for that. I don't like the Pickaxe. But if he showed me those, I wonder what he has in hand. Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra usually would scare me, but I don't think it's as scary as we believe right now. Okay. I think our advantage here is the fact that Territorial Scythe Cat didn't grow. Otherwise, we would have had trouble removing it. So I think I'm just going to utilize that and have my Rogue bite the cat to death. Yeah, that's not something that you see every day. Let's go for an attack here because I think the Lotus Cobra will not block, and that will just chip 1 life at our opponent. The reason why he didn't block is because he wouldn't want to trade a 2/1 with an ability with a 1/2 that does nothing pretty much now. There we go. Oh, but that really hurts. I really wish I had another land. I had a white land right now. Okay. Let's play Myriad Construct, our MVP card. Unfortunately, it's not going to make much of a difference at the moment in terms of its growth, but it will stand in front of the big boys as a 4/4. So let's see. We have a hulking, gigantic robot just waiting for somebody to come into it. So it'll definitely elevate some pressure off of us. Okay, another Scythe Cat and no land drop. I am not upset, but I definitely need mana. Okay, what are we gonna do? All right. I'm going to play Demon's Disciple, and I'm going to sacrifice the Rogue here. What will our opponent sacrifice? The 3/3 Brute. Wow. I didn't expect that. That's quite an incredible sacrifice by our opponent. I honestly expected him to sacrifice the Lotus Cobra, because I didn't think he was going to let it go. Oh, he forced it to die. Okay. Okay. That worked almost well for us. Almost. Not quite. Alright, another land. Pretty bad though, because I would have wanted... Okay. No attacks. Unfortunately, we're going to have to stay here and hold off on our attacks. Not great. I really wish I had something better at this point. Unfortunately, I don't have any white cards, which could definitely cause trouble. Baloth, a 4/3 Baloth is a... Okay, so our opponent has a lot of big boys on the board, which is very problematic for us. I think maybe it's time that we put up some big boys instead of just chilling here waiting for something to happen. Turn Timber Ascetic, Ascetic? Is that how you read it? Yeah. Turn Timber Ascetic. When he enters the board, I gain 3 life. He's a giant cleric. Quite the giant cleric. 5/4. I don't know. Let's see. Let's wing it here. Let's see what we can get out of this. We gain 3 life, so that definitely alleviates some pressure off of us. Unless it kills it, then it does nothing. Or just sit here and die. What is that? Skyclave Shade. Wow. Okay. That was a surprise. Not a great one either. Okay. Let's play this, equip it to our Demon's Disciple. Utility Knife will give him a nice boost. And I think we can save the rest of our mana to cast it on Spare Supplies. I mean, to activate Spare Supplies so that it can give us an extra card. We're in a tight spot at the moment, guys. This is not looking well. Mills 2 cards. What is he putting in our graveyard? A land and Forsaken Monument. We lost Forsaken Monument. This is actually really bad. This is very, very bad. I think it is the fodder that we have on the board could really work in our favor right now. Alright, we have a white land. We have 2 white lands. This could be good for us. A cleric. Okay. I think I'm going to go for a warrior. No, then we'll have 2 warriors. This isn't going to work. Okay. How could we utilize this? We can have a 3/3 flyer, which would make a difference. And then we'll have 2 mana, which we can use to cast this guy later. We could definitely make the Seagate Colossus cheaper. Yeah. I think maybe the flyer is the answer over here. Or the Felidar. No, we should have played the Felidar. We'll play the Felidar next turn. So let's play the Flying Myriad Captain. And hold off on our big attack right now. Let's see what our opponent's going to do. Now, the reason why I played the flyer is because the flyer is going to block my opponent's flyer. So this 2/1 ugly guy. Okay, let's see. Then he killed the Shade. What does the Shade do? When you play a land, we cast it from the graveyard. Is that what it says? Oh my god. Oh my god. And it becomes more powerful. Jeez. Okay. We're definitely in trouble right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, but I could play a wizard. Further reducing the cost of Seagate Colossus. No. Let's play the Proud Felidar. Let's play the Plains. Grow him. Play the Cleric of Life's Bond. Make him bigger. And see what we can do with this flyer. Maybe we can pressure him further with a 3/3 that's constantly going to attack him. Are you going to block with your 2/1? The Myriad Captain is very powerful. At this point, we're at an advantage because we have a lot of blockers, and he doesn't have as much blockers. We also have a Myriad Captain who's just sitting there. That's going to constantly come at him. Oh my god. The Territorial Scythe Cat is going to become a gigantic problem for us. Okay. So I guess we'll chump block them. Yeah. I think chump blocking is the answer here. And we'll keep applying pressure with our flyers. Our flying 3/3. Okay, lands are good. What do we got? 7/5 is definitely going to scare him. So it's between the Seagate Colossus and the Jorago Visionary. Now the Visionary is supposed to get us something good, but I don't quite know, to be honest. I need something scary to fend off my enemies. Okay, so I think the plan here is going to be to play the Seagate Colossus and then equip him with the Utility Knife. And try to get a big boy that'll block these other little guys. Alright, we play land, Faladar grows, then we click the Utility Knife and equip it to Seagate Colossus. And we have an 8/6. And we'll focus our attack with the 3/3 that'll constantly deal 3 damage to him. Alright, now we hope that our opponent is going to attack with the 3 guys, the 3 big guys, so that we can do a counterattack next and hopefully take away the last 5 life that he has. There's just so many ways that the opponent can play this. I just don't know which direction we're going to go at. Okay. Menace. They don't gain Menace, which means that we have to block with 2. Ooh. Alright. Alright, so we got Thwart the Grave. Thwart the Grave brings back a creature and a party member. At this point, we might get the Turn Timber Ascetic and Myriad Construct. These will make a difference. I don't know if I want to do that yet, though. What I want to do, however, is maybe attack with the Emeria Sky Captain and see what the response of my opponent is going to be. I just want to see how much I can block. Okay. Let's play the Joraga Visionary. Draw a card. Amazing. Now we have 2 kill spells in hand. And one of these is bound to make a difference. Sorcery. I forgot that. Okay, a lot of big boys. But is this going to make the difference? Or have I killed him? Oh. No, cancel. So what does this do? Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 2 or less. This converted mana cost 3. Okay. So let's go. Let's kick it for 4 and get rid of the flyer. Will that work? Did we win the game? Did our flyer take the game? It did! Oh my god! Guys, we did it. We did it. I can't believe we did it. I cannot believe we did it. It's definitely a lot of fun. The Blood Chief's Thirst. I mean, Emeria Captain took the game. The MVP of this game is definitely Emeria Captain. I really didn't expect the Emeria Captain to do so well. Definitely having a party that can handle the Angel Warrior makes a gigantic difference. This deck has actually been surprisingly powerful. I really didn't expect it to be as good, but some of the rares have proven themselves to be quite hefty. And there he is, Myriad Construct in hand, opening hand. This just speaks for itself. Really good card. Honestly, this isn't really a great opening hand because we've got a lot of big cards. We don't have any early game, but we do have a draw, and hopefully we'll draw into more lands. Is this a keep? Is this not a keep? Very difficult to tell. If we hit 4 mana, We can play Myriad Construct. We have a turn 2. We don't have a turn 3. And these guys are very late game. If we get a turn 4 Myriad Construct, turn 5 Forsaken Monument, we might be able to salvage this game. If our opponent's playing extremely aggressive, we will fall behind. So I will keep, because I've already won this. I've already won. Like, I'm already on 4 wins. This is pretty much all I want. If I win another one, it's just a bonus for me at this point. Alright, the music intensifies and our opponent plays a Plains. We'll go for the Plains as well, just to try and intimidate them by showing them we are not scared of their colors. He plays a Swamp, and he proves to intimidate me a lot more than I intimidated him. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and throw out a Forest. So I throw him off a little bit because he won't know my colors. I'm going to throw out a Spare Supplies, draw a card. Man, Spare Supplies is good. It's probably my favorite card in this set so far. A lot of utility there, as Spare Supplies should be, utility based. Okay, we've got a 2/2 that does, what does this do? I remember this with the counters. Enter the 2 counters. Each creature you control with +1 counters has menace. Okay. Could be dangerous. I think we're going to go for some cool plays here. So I'm going to throw down the Swamp. Out with the Cleric of Lifespawn. And we're going to wait for the opponent to try and respond to this. What is that? When it dies, put a counter on target creature you control. I'm giving it menace because this guy's on the board. Not bad. Ooh, he played a Skyclave Basilica is what he played. There's a cleric behind it. Alright. What are we gonna do? We're gonna play the Malakir Blood Priest. Get a life back, grow our cleric, and then use Spare Supplies next. On his end of his turn, we're going to use Spare Supplies. Amazing. End of his turn, we're going to use Spare Supplies to draw a card. And then I think we can easily assume that he's going to be intimidated enough to play something big. Oh, no. What am I saying? Yeah, so we're going to draw out of Spare Supplies. And then next turn, we're going to play Forsaken Monument. Yeah. And then preparing to throw down Myriad Construct. No attacks. Let's see what our opponent's gonna do. This thing has menace, so I do have to block it with both of these guys. He plays a Spare Supplies, nothing. He's looking for a land most likely, which is absolutely fine. I mean, I would do the same. And our opponent doesn't seem to get a land. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He wants to get this thing killed. Okay. Opponent backs off. Backs on, backs off. Make up your mind, bro. What's this guy's name? Killian1705. Wonder if he's that old. Okay. So before it's our turn, we're gonna activate Spare Supplies and draw a card. Absolute beautiful card, Spare Supplies. Alright. Alright, I think we've done really well. Let's throw down the Forsaken Monument and tell our opponent, listen to this beautiful, scary music as this lands. Slam the dead Ulamog corpse. Beautiful. Guys, the legacy of the Eldrazi still lives on. I can't believe it lives on in my first sealed. No attacks. This first sealed actually took a while to kick off. I just haven't had the time to play these days. Okay. We're here. We have the monument on the board. We don't have any crazy non-colored, but non-colored artifact creatures. But we will. We will. Myriad Construct is going to make a huge difference now. Our opponent seems to be... Oh my god. Alright, the big plays commence. We begin with Myriad Construct gaining 2 life. Oh, hold on. We don't. How much do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, no. I think I can utilize that next turn for even a better turn. So I'm gonna throw down this big boy. 5/5. Absolutely. A cleric draws, grows. What's there not to like about these cards? Absolutely beautiful. I think I'm going to go for a cleric attack. Now, if he blocks with this guy, good for me. If he blocks with this guy, good for me. If he blocks with both, killing it, still good for me because I get rid of this guy. And that way he can't give menace to anything. Music intensifies. What is that? Gains indestructible. Oh. No. Well, that's fine. I'll still get rid of this annoying crocodile. That's absolutely fine. It's not gonna save you, dude. The snake is not going to save him. We are still at a huge advantage. He's got a non-basic land, which is going to help Myriad Construct grow. We haven't ever used his ability yet. So the kicker is really gonna make a difference. Okay. So he killed our veteran adventurer with Smite the Monstrous, which says destroy target creature with power 4 or less. Power 4 or greater. It's a bit sad, but I think I'll live. Because I'm throwing down Myriad Construct for 3, and he's gonna grow up to 5. This is our big lock, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 7/7 on the board, and we gained 2 life. What is our opponent going to do? Is he going to attack? I don't think so. I have a 7/7. This is a scary board. So, what we learned from the previous game is that if he targets it with anything, and I have an instant in my hand, I should target it too, so that his ability would trigger twice, putting a bunch of 3/3 tokens on the board. Yeah, going wide is what's going to help me. That's not going to help you, bro. Okay, what do we do here? I think we got to start clearing the way and dealing a lot of damage, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the moss skeleton, and we're going to go for a swing 7/7 swing. Let's say sacrifice it and create. It doesn't say when it dies. No attacks. Okay. That's where we're in trouble. This whole time, I thought that if he died, he would split. But it's not when he dies, it's when he gets targeted. So we definitely have to get him to split into a bunch of 3/3s. Rather than... Okay. What is our opponent doing? Let's see. He does not make an attack. Works for us. Okay, I think it would be in our best advantage to create a little bit of a havoc. Alright, so how do we do this? He's nothing. We've got a cleric, and then we're going to have a warrior, and he's going to be a 3/3 flyer. Yeah. I think what we're going to do is Smart move here is going to be to attack with the Myriad construct. No, it won't be, because then he'll block it. Never mind. No attacks. I'm going to go ahead and play Rabid Bite on him and literally anything else, because I'm going to forcefully sacrifice my guy, creating 7 3/3s. Going to play a Myriad Sky Captain. Enters, becomes a 3/3 Flying Angel Warrior. These are the 2 MVPs that won us the games, last 2 games. So I think we're setting up for a big push next turn. We've got a bunch of 3/3s and a 5/5. What is our opponent going to do? Will all of these save him? What is that? Really? That little gerbil gives him all that power. That's pretty insane. Okay, first push. Let's see where we're gonna go with this. Let's pull him back. All right, lots of damage coming your way. What are you going to do? So there's 7 3/3s. That's potentially 21 damage right there. So he's definitely going to have to block with a bunch of his guys. He's going to lose a lot of his guys if he doesn't block. There's a 5/5 on the way. There's a 3/3 in the air. This is a really nasty push from my side. I mean, he could surprise us. He could play an instant. He can play a sorcery. No, he can't play a sorcery. What am I saying? He can play an instant and surprise us. He can trigger an ability that we don't know, maybe a flash creature, you know, all these things. But we definitely have a big push here. Is it enough to kill him? If it doesn't kill him, it's definitely going to obliterate his board. Just like that. Alright, next we go with the big Kazandu Stomper, returning 2 lands and preparing for our massive landfall triggers next turn, next few turns. Actually, just to be safe, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Just to be safe, I think I'm going to play this Cleric. Even though he's at 5 life and I have a 6/5 Trampler with 6 3/3s. I don't think this is a game he's going to win. I've gone wide, which means that's for non-Magic players. That means I have a lot more creatures than he does. He's dropped a 12/12 flyer. I usually would be scared, but I'm not. This is a Hail Mary for a game he's never going to win. So I'm literally just going to do that and absorb. And our opponent concedes because he doesn't have a win. Oh my god. Can we just appreciate how beautiful this card is? Myriad Construct, like really, it won us 5 games. 5 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games won just because of him. Every game he's been in my hand, every game he's played, like, I don't regret anything. I don't regret keeping this card in my opening hand, even though I didn't have any early game. It's just that powerful. It's that powerful in Limited. My god, what a great card. Make sure, though, you keep some stuff to target him with. Because otherwise, if he just dies, he just dies. You don't get any of the 1/1s. So it's actually extremely smart to put him down and to target him, because that's the only way it's going to trigger. And what's stupid to do is what our opponent did last time, is that he targeted him after we targeted him, and his ability triggered twice. Before he died, he dropped 14 creatures when he was a 7/7. What? Simlai, son of Tenderloin. First of his name, clearly. Okay, so we've got green, probably black to throw out the Moss Pit Skeleton. It's really good that we have Blight Climb Pathway because we can choose, but at this point we don't really have a clear-cut answer. The good news is we can play 2 forests and then throw out spare supplies to draw us a card and see what we get in our draw, our second draw, and the draw out of spare supplies. Hopefully we'll get a land that'll decide what we'll choose. So let's keep that. Nothing so far. Okay. Our opponent plays the plains. Red. Red means aggression usually, but it doesn't seem to be the case. We still don't draw any specific color of lands, so I'll throw out a spare supplies, hoping to get either a swamp or a plains. Nothing comes out of that. Our final hope to decide what this is going to be is going to be the next card that we draw. So the 4th card in our draw. Will it make a difference? It did not make a difference. This is bad. So I think looking at our hand, we're gonna go for black. Yeah, Grim Climb Pathway instead of taking the Bright Climb Pathway. Will make me... Mana cost 3. Okay, so 3/2. What do we have to throw in its way? Territorial Scythe Cat. We don't really have lands. Potentially a Moss Pit Skeleton that can take out that guy. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Let's throw down the Utility Knife as well, just for safe measures. Make it a 3/3. Maybe we don't want to kill the Moss Pit Skeleton. I'm not sure yet. I might have wanted to keep that. I don't know. What is that? Iwari Ruins. Could have been a counterspell. Alright. We get another draw and still no 4th land. We actually drew a lot and we didn't hit a 4th land. This does not bode well. This does not bode well, Hobby Nation. There it is, our 4th land, and it comes in its correct color. Ah, damn, I should have played the Territorial Scythe Cat. Fear not, I'm going to throw down the Cleric, and we're going to save 2 mana to activate the supplies and draw. And turn. Let's see what our opponent is going to do. He's got 3 colors, 4 lands. I've got 3 colors, 4 lands. We got 2 adventurers and a cat. He's got 2 a cleric, a wizard, and a cat. I've got a cleric and a plant skeleton. Not very impressive. But his cat is growing, and that is scary. If we get a black land, we can potentially remove his cat. Unsure though at the moment. Okay, when he makes the attack, I think we're going to go with this block. And we're going to take down his 3/3. Definitely the smarter choice here. Because that guy will definitely come back once we play a cleric. Let's use our left spare supplies to draw an extra card. And there's our black. Oh my! There's our Forsaken Monument. But we currently can't really do much with the Forsaken Monument. I keep throwing those lands down like an idiot without looking. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do here? I think our smartest option here is to throw down the Marauding Blight Priest and potentially get the cleric, to grow the cleric. Yeah, that's definitely something we should do. Marauding Blight Priest, grow the cleric, put a counter, throw the Moss Pit on top. Take action, he goes on top of the deck. So what's cool about this is that when the Moss Pit goes on top of the deck... Oh, yeah, they're waiting for me to respond. We won't attack. I think we're going to take the damage from that. So when the Moss Pit goes on top of the deck, obviously it comes back to my hand next turn, but what's cool about that is that next time I cast it, because I have 5 mana, it's going to be a 5/5, which is going to be troublesome for our opponent. Ooh, good Kaza. Royal Chaser. Dangerous and very, very annoying. No blocks so far. What can we do here? Alright. Let's go for a 5 mana, 5/5 Mosswood Skeleton. Let's see what our opponent's gonna do with this. No attacks. Hopefully we'll have an answer. Some of you might argue that I left the cat unchecked for quite a bit now. Maybe I should have removed it with the Blood Chief's Thirst. I think that's the next step. Yeah, that's definitely the next step. I mean, he's tapping my guy. But it's okay. It's okay. Fear not. We're going to block this. It's absolutely fine. That doesn't untap. Not a problem. I think we're going to have to do this. So we're wasting 4 mana on an answer to that cat. Unfortunately, this is a sorcery instead of an instant. But we'll get rid of it, so good for us. No attacks, we'll save it for a block. Eventually, hopefully, the next few turns will turn the game around. The Territorial Scythe Cat is really cool, but you know, you can't really do much when you have a 1/1 stupid blue cape-wearing wizard that literally flies over you. What is that? Exile target non-permanent until it leaves the battlefield. Wow. It's like Ring of Oblivion. Journey to Oblivion. Oh no, that's just the land side. I can't believe the other side. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, maybe the Scythe Cat is the answer. And then we grow the Scythe Cat. Ugh, this is very annoying. Yeah, I think the Cleric might be the right answer here. Sacrifice the skeleton, creating a wall in front of them. A 3/1 wall is not really much, not that big of a deal. I really want to play Undo Inversion, but I think I'm just gonna tap it so that next turn I can play that. So far I have Undo Sky Ruins as a land, and I have Grim Climb Pathway as a land. Both really, really cool, really impressive lands. In addition to my planes. So. Oh, we finally lost. Well played, opponent. Well played. Let me just recap what happened. Our opponent cast a spell that deals with our creature and deals damage to my face. I do admit, I think that was Synchronized Spellcraft. Really nice card. Dealt a lot of damage to my face and killed my creature. I really do admit that I think the mistake that I made was that I left the cat unchecked for a while. Had the cat been dead, I think my creatures would have stayed on the board for a little longer. Obviously, the games are about winning, but even if you lose, it's not all that bad. I mean, at the end of the day, you just want to have fun. And this has been a very, very fun experience. My first sealed for Zendikar Rising has been completely wonderful.